So as we go through this webinar, I want you to ask yourself one simple question. Are people buying mobile media? The answer is an overwhelming yes. It's not a matter of if, it's when. Every entity in the market is utilizing a mobile campaign to connect and communicate. $1 trillion, with a T, $1 trillion is projected to be up for grabs. You see the graph in front of you. It's an absolute vertical line from this point forward in the realm of mobile. The market has matured to the point where it's a land grab. From a financial perspective, is right now less than 5% of any entity is currently utilizing a mobile campaign to connect and communicate. That's projected to be over 90% in the next 24 short months, and that's just dealing with SMS. Mobile is so much bigger than SMS. The reason we begin with text messaging is because texting is king. It's the #1 activity on all cell phone use today. People today would rather text than talk. However, when applied to the business sector, the most underutilized communication channel out there. And as we go through, Greg, you're going to see, and you played such an intricate role in bringing all the different campaigns in place, and you and I discussed this a lot in regard to the changing market. You know, you've done and I've done throughout the years different advertising campaigns, which was based off exposure. Today, it's all about engagement. Greg, talk to us from your perspective, this vast transition from what we used to do to the need to engage consumers in your product, service, or brand in today's market.
Yeah, for sure, Dr. Scott. You know, I love this slide because exposure is something that's not measurable. It was never measurable in the past. Yes, you might have felt it, but you couldn't actually quantify it. With mobile and with texting and with what we're doing right now, engagement is absolutely quantifiable in that you can crack out a calculator. You know the results that your campaigns get, and you don't have to wait 6 months to go back and look back at them. You know them instantaneously. When you can drive traffic and engage a customer, that's what we love so much about this platform.
And Greg, I love the way that you share the power of local when applied to mobile. Would you cover that for folks here? Just, you know, McDonald's was a great example. I love that on the national scale to have a campaign, but it does nothing for the local guy. Talk to us about local and mobile.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Scott. You know, I did have the pleasure of speaking with the Morocco agency at McDonald's, and they agreed that, you know, McDonald's, again, back to the exposure, their job is to brand those golden arches. It's the local guy and the local McDonald's franchise owner that has the ability to communicate with the local market. That's why you see them starting to brand themselves as not just McDonald's anymore. They're the, quote, Scott family McDonald's, as it happens to be here in the Dayton, Ohio market. But here's the real power, Dr. Scott. The national corporations and the big corporate companies and their marketing departments can't predict the weather, and they can't predict the outcome of, say, sporting events or something like that. I live here in Vandalia, Ohio, and I'm particularly proud of our football team. And, you know, the hopes are that we'll win the state championship this year, you know. So as we do, or as far as we advance in those playoffs, our local McDonald's can send out a celebratory message. Congratulations to the Vandalia Butler Aviators for winning X number of games this year. Guess what? You win too. Come into McDonald's tonight and receive a free cone or whatever the offer they might give. That becomes real power because you're connecting yourself in the community at the local level. And, you know, you look at all of the periodicals, you know, they talk about how things, you know, are going back to the local markets. And you're sharing with us now, Green, and I love when you talk about this particular instance, Dr. Scott.
Yeah, when you look at green, you know, it's statistical across the board that, and it's common knowledge that the way that every business, the 30 million small businesses across this country alone, have gotten consumers or customers into their establishment is they make an offer, they print that offer on a piece of paper called a coupon, they then have to distribute that coupon out into the market with the overwhelming statistic that 99% of all those coupons end up in the trash can. So we look at today, going green isn't just big business, it's massive business. And for the ability for every single business across this country to immediately no longer have to print and distribute, to immediately be able to give and deliver that same coupon or that same offer in real time with no cost of printing and distributing directly to one's mobile device, Greg, it's revolutionary, and we have the ability to bring that to businesses right here today, and it's transitioning the way that business is conducted. I love your example of Papa John's Pizza. Greg, talk to us about the results of just this one Papa John's with Robert Eggers and the ability to deliver that offer, not having to print, not having to distribute, but to deliver exactly with a press of a button directly to one's mobile device.
Absolutely, Dr. Scott. Yeah, we worked closely with Robert Eggers, the owner of the Papa John's franchises in and around the University of Georgia in Athens, Georgia. And he was accustomed to having the big company, corporate Papa John's, sending out coupons, and he was printing and distributing coupons. The problem was, if he printed a coupon or the company sent out a coupon for a $3.99 large one-topping pizza, guess what? Those people were in there redeeming that offer on a Friday night when he was busy cranking out full-price pizzas. He needed to be able to control the offer. So what did he do? When he applies texting instead of paper coupons, he controls the time when the offer is redeemed. So in the afternoons, he was able to increase his traffic 289% between the hours of 2 and 5. And he was able to control the offer, be there to monitor it. Guys, I don't know what kind of media outlets you're watching, but we do not see anybody having increases of 289%, let alone he's able to attribute a 48% overall increase in his online sales as a result of it.
The timing in the market, 2010, game-changing year for mobile tablets introduced. We crossed the 25% threshold for smartphones. 4G, and with increased speed comes increased application. At the top of all activity, text messaging. Here we are in 2011, coined the perfect storm for mobile. We're not just in a brand new world of communication. Guys, we're in a brand new economy. And in today's economy, it's about providing solutions. The bigger the problem and the bigger the solution, the higher the financial return. And there are no big winners in this space yet. Guys, in the last year and a half, we've already created the fastest growing mobile media firm in the country. We've gone by the other 300 plus mobile firms as if they're standing still, not only because we've got the best service, but most importantly, we have the best ability to acquire market share.
We've got a product that'll sell on radio. We've got a product that'll sell on television. It'll sell on billboards. It'll sell everywhere because of the memorability of it. And then, we look at the ability for that to sell. That's what really validates this opportunity. Like our CEO, Brian Underwood, says all the time, that it's the product that's so strong that's led to the powerful brands that are participating, which means to all of us on the phone, whether you're that stuck in the cow lane guy or whether you're out there looking for the next financial home run of your life, this is absolutely the definitive opportunity to be in.
And what it is, Greg, and we said it a couple times on this webinar, is it's relevant, it's applicable, it's irrefutable what we've already accomplished in the market. We represent, on the local franchise level, some of the biggest brands across the country. I don't care if you're a city, a township, a school, a daycare center, hospital, retail, restaurant, professional, whatever it may be, whatever you do in the market, your ability to succeed, your ability to thrive is directly dependent on your ability to effectively communicate who you are along with the product, service, or cause of which you represent. And guys, if you think that you can do that in today's on-the-go society without doing it through one's mobile device, how do you think, honestly, ask yourself this question, how do you think that you're going to communicate? Greg, I've been on my phone all day, as everyone is. I haven't checked my email since yesterday. So if anyone wants to contact me, if you think you're going to do it via email, good luck. 92% of email today is unread by the recipient. Compare that to the stats for text messaging, 97% read rate, 83% within the hour. If you want real-time communication for your product, service, brand, or cause, mobile is where it's at. But Greg, what excites me is we begin with text messaging, but text messaging is just the beginning. We look at with the influx of smartphones, with all the different things, your smartphone is smarter than the best computer of the past. It's literally become our portal to the world, from entertainment, interactive television, music, games, movies. It's endless what we can do in regard to expansion, not just here in the United States, but literally on a global scale. The average person has hundreds of connections on Facebook alone, let alone the other social networks. So, Greg, what excites me now is the next evolution of iZigg. Over the past year and a half, We've developed the fastest and most proven brand in the mobile media sector. Now as we expand into social, bringing iZigg into the most populated platform in the global market, Facebook, where we can instantly share this powerful brand with our connections, allowing individuals to join sweepstakes for free and to build our 90210 simultaneously, to share videos and just to connect at such a higher level. But then we look at doing that for all the different forms of companies, products, and services out there.